BT, everyone! This is Walk Like a Mailman, a show for carriers, but not just for carriers. Here are your hosts in the Southwest studio, Griffin Walker, and in the Northwest studio, Jeffro the MC. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Taylor. Got some enjoyable stuff on the table. A feast, like a cornucopia of Thanksgiving meal in August, I guess. How have you been, Griffin?
I've been dealing with a lot of little things piling up before my vacation, so that's how it goes. Always seems like it piles up right before you're trying to get out the door.
How have you been, Shane? What? Shane?
Yeah, that's right. I'm here. Just been mad at video game manufacturers, but that's it. So
Okay.
Why are you mad at video game manufacturers, Shane?
we can save it for the pivot. That's what Jeff told me. So
save it for the pivot. That's a little tease. Yeah, for anyone that hasn't checked it out.
We got to talk about Jeff's terrible pizza recommendations for Seattle. So, yeah.
Well, it's not that I have terrible ones, but maybe you have some better ones.
It's a terrible one. So,
well, yeah. I mean, we are getting advice from the guy with the gutter palate, so
yeah, exactly.
Keep that in mind.
That is what my alter ego is, and when I say alter ego, I mean me.
Your ego.
Your ego. Speaking of
your
ego,
regular ego,
are you an orca now? Like just going with the flow of the ocean and going up current and down current? And how's your diving situation going? Is that still?
Yeah, dude, I'm basically a wolf of the sea now. So I eat seals and salmon for breakfast. I eat sharks for dinner. Yeah,
PETA don't come
saving marine mammals.
This is all
messing with scientists.
This is all satire. These are all jokes.
On a serious note, I might be seeing a 6-gill shark next week when I go diving next week. So fingers crossed on that.
You are left-handed. Did you know that it was International Left-Handers Day on August 13th?
That was a bear in the woods, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Rusty G. Rusty G is left-handed. What are the pitfalls?
You know, left-handed people are Satanists, by the way.
Satan.
Yeah, duh. We have to worship the one true God. I'm surprised you didn't know that. So.
Off to a wonderful start. I'm sure we're getting all of the additional listeners that haven't already got on board. This is the content that you expect here on Walk Like a Mailman.
From an episode of American Dad, guys. Calm down.
August 13th left. Speaking of days, is it your birthday coming up, Griffin? You didn't think I was going to go there. Yeah, you're going.
We don't talk about that around here.
Well, I'm not
I
going
think
to say.
We're talking about it now, though. So.
We're not going to say exactly what day it is, but I just wanted to wish you an early happy birthday. I know next week you're going to be in Philadelphia, so we're loading up a bunch of different aspects of our recording schedule to adjust. But I just wanted to, wish you a happy birthday. There's lots of love. We love you, and happy birthday. Happy early birthday.
Yeah, super early. You could wish him a happy birthday next week, and it would still be before his birthday. So.
No, technically, yeah. When we're recording, it will be before his birthday. So. And if you're all caught up on, if you're new to the show, we're trying to name our listeners. Do you have any input on? I came up with Lammers. Do you have anything that you would? I mean, as a listener of the show, a delayed listener of the show, what would you?
No, stampers, postmarkers, lost in the mail.
I think Lammers is going to be it.
Lost in the mailers.
Not all that wander are lost. Not all that Lammers are lost.
Questionable intelligence for listening to this show every week. So.
Okay.
No, we have some very smart listeners. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was a joke, but that's okay.
And
You
one
ever can't tell.
and one that comes on the show many times that is the questionable intelligence. Well, let's head to this street.
Yeah, dude, my intelligence is the most questionable. So
yeah, it takes one to know one, right? Let's head to this street.
Exactly. That's how I know. So
Let me get in and out of my segs here. Let's head to the street. What do we gotta do before we head to the street?
We gotta
take
check
a
out the hot.
poop.
We gotta check out the hot case.
Got it. Let's just hop into this right away. We got a lot of them. This is an even episode, even though Shane is here. So I think even having Shane here will probably add a little bit of shine. Not that they need it, but a little bit of shine to our listener submissions. So hit it.
Dude, you know there's
A
a
little bit
sequel to
deep.
The Shining. It's
What?
like really good. It's called Doctor Sleep. You were talking about The Shine right now. I don't know.
What about the shine? Are you talking about The Shining?
Yeah, well, it's called The Shine. That's the power that they have.
The shine. The shine.
You're the one talking about The Shining. I'm just saying there's a sequel to it called Doctor Sleep. It's really good.
It's a sequel to The Shining, and it's called Doctor Sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
and
not
like
Danny's an adult.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's really good, Jeff. You haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna watch it to see if there's a mailman in it, and then we can pot it. So.
I don't remember there being a mail carrier in it, but Rebecca.
All there has to
Ferguson
do is be a letter or a blue mailbox. It counts. So.
just someone mentioning a stamp. And then we'll get it on the show. That's what we do. We find content and we mine it. Is there shine mine? Do you have anything for mining, Shane? Before we get into our next segment.
No.
You're like my little canary. You go down into the mine.
Professional rock collector. That's all I got. So.
You go down in there and you sing in the mine shaft. So let's activate some listener submissions. You know what time it is. Lick it. Send it. Post it. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Ooh. You lick it, send it, post it. We will read it. And the first one is the most usual of the usual suspects. We got Rick S. And his comment is, they could use this plaque idea and also use it to hold Rusty G together. Hashtag dual purpose. Are you familiar, Shane, with what he's... you said off-pod that you are almost all caught up. Do you know what he's in reference to?
No.
It's...
figures.
Yeah, it's Chris from the Dalles. He submitted some pictures, which we posted on our socials. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Reddit.
Oh,
X.
now I have to look at the socials now too? What?
You do, and don't feign disinterest on the show. I know that you interact and you are a bigger contributor than
You'd want one of these
I look
plaques,
at
Shane.
pictures now too, as well as listen to this garbage. Jeez.
It's not garbage if one person's garbage. It's like that meme. It's like, put down my trash.
It's only garbage when you're here, Shane.
Oh, yeah. Some infighting.
That's right. Don't you forget it.
Are you aware of this, Shane, that UPS drivers, once they go like 10 plus years, they can get like a little plaque?
Oh yeah, no,
on
I
their
remember
vehicle?
this. Sorry, I did hear this episode. Yeah, my best friend, my best UPS guy, his name's Brian. He's been for 32 years. It's on the side of his truck. So
I think the breaking news of this is that you have friends. Okay, that's...
yeah.
And I like how you downplayed it at first. My best friend, I mean, the UPS driver that you didn't want to You didn't want to double down on that. I appreciate
Well, you know,
it.
he's a frenemy, so I gotta be careful. People can't see the mailman hanging out with the competition. So
Yeah, that's collusion. They don't want to see the UPS and the USPS guys canoodling together. Yeah, I
I guess
I
respond.
you're
always
brown nosing them, right?
yeah, exactly.
Ah, what can your
Rim
brown
shot.
nose do for you? Ah, Griffin's warming up. We responded to it as, yeah, well, if this plaque idea was to hold Rusty G together, it would be more plaques than Truck because he falls apart and he is Jimmy Carter level as far as, and I think we've mentioned it
Well, don't we
before.
gotta pick a different one now? Jimmy Carter's dead, so would it be like Bill Clinton
Well, I mean,
level?
Rusty G's probably had more surgery than a Kardashian, right?
There we go. There it is. That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is Rusty G really alive? Is the question. All right. So the next one we have a new submission of new submitter of submissions. Nailed it. Jennifer Z. New listener. I recently came across your podcast and was genuinely impressed by the quality of your content and the value you provide. Thank you, Jennifer Z. Start over again. I recently came across your podcast and was genuinely impressed by the quality of your content and the value you provide to your audience. It's clear that a great deal of effort goes into producing each episode. Oh, thank you. A genuine nice comment there.
Checks in the mail.
Exactly. Yeah, we do appreciate people giving us. You can give us stronger criticisms out there, but we'll take these all day. Definitely a usual suspect. Rachel, yes, that Rachel. She, did you get that thing I sent you? What's in I want to say rundown, but then Shane's got them in attachments. When we do these types of shows, it's so much work for me on the back end or on the front end of all of this. What's in the first picture, guys?
Okay, so in the original Spider-Man movie, aka Toby #1, William Dafoe was wearing dental prosthetics when he played Norman Osborn, but every time the Goblin appeared, it was Dafoe's real teeth.
Yeah, so they used.
I did not know that. That's amazing.
So they used like a veneers every time he was Norman Osborn, like he was like the regular dude.
I thought Norman was his normal teeth.
They used veneers like Freddie Freeman does. That's what
Oh my
and then
gosh!
anytime
That's
he was
amazing.
yeah, Sam Raimi used teeth to separate the man from the monster. So William Dafoe is canonically the Green Goblin. So that's kind of, I think that was a cool, interesting factoid that I did not know about that.
I didn't know that. That was really cool.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. Thank you for submitting that to the show and the checks in the mail. Well, I mean, no, I'm gonna steal it when it gets to the house. Okay, so the next one is JJ, and he sent a bunch of different pictures. It says, saw this sticker for the first time today. The attachments and the pictures came backwards. I'll just read the comment and then we can talk about them, talk amongst ourselves. Saw this sticker for the first time today on a parcel, plus a warning on a porch. So what are the pictures that JJ sent us?
Okay, so the first one that I see in the rundown is beware of cat. Not responsible for injury or death. You have been warned.
These are like
it's got like Dracula things too. So
yeah, Rick S. You've been warned. Officially, the only person that we know that's been attacked by a cat, a mail carrier attacked by a cat. And then there's another one that's like a ninja cats, isn't there? Isn't that there?
Yeah, it's like cats dressed up in ninja outfits with swords hanging on their backs.
So I guess these
that
are.
one's actually pretty dope. I kind of want that sticker just to have. So
I think these are like signs posted on people's
These look
fences.
like metal signs because they look like they got rust damage on them.
Yeah, like there are signs warning people, like because there's like beware of dogs. and people are, I think, playing off of that, and they're doing the beware of my Dracula kitty or my or my ninja kitties. And the last one made me laugh the most because this almost seems like this is a listener of the show that made this sticker and put it on this package.
Yeah.
And then when JJ saw it, he had to send it to us. So what does it say on the actual sticker?
Fragile, please do not yeet to the porch. And it's somebody like getting ready to chuck an envelope or a box.
Yeah,
it's in Italian and English. That's pretty crazy.
We mentioned it on the show. We've done a couple different segments in talking about mail carriers yeeting packages or throwing packages. Famously, I think the time I spoke that term into Griffin's existence, and ever since then we've just been bombarded with different references to yeeting things more specifically.
But, as it says on the Pivot theme song, Jef is the mailman that doesn't yeet packages.
Anymore. I've learned my lesson. Kobe! And then we got one of the most usual suspects, Casey Ray. And she just continues to give all of the love, all of the time. She's, through thick and thin, through tough times. It's like I call her, or we call her show, the podcast besties. It's like a marriage, for better or worse. Notorious escapades, and Casey Ray's always there with us. And it says you need to give Walk Like a Mailman podcast a follow and a listen. You would enjoy it. And she was referencing like different types of shows. And I think she even brought up the fact that she was on our podcast and she did a guest spot. And if anyone out there is listening and wants to do a guest spot, just email us at walklikeamailman@gmail.com.
We want to hear from you.
And she came on, sincerely one of our favorite guests. And we even referenced that when you come on, it's almost expected of our favorite guests to bark and growl and make animal noises when you come on. So, but yeah, check out that. I don't know what exact episode that is, but check out that episode with Casey Ray. Her birthday is, I think, either the day before or the day after or the day of. All I know is that she shares a birthday, quasi birthday with you. So happy early birthday, Casey Ray. And I know that she's going to be surprised that I was actually able to remember that and put that in our show prep here. So happy early birthday, Casey Ray. And happy birthday, Griffin. You want to talk about that again? You want to go a little bit more deep dive into your birthday discussion?
No.
Aren't you
Casey Ray's appearance was episode number 54, Dashboard Burritos.
Dashboard Burritos, classic. Yeah, thank you, Griffin. Always coming through with the research. Aren't you gonna get like a Schwarber bobblehead at the game that you're gonna go to? The Phillies
I'm gonna be very disappointed if I don't.
Okay. Well, I hope that you do get it, and I think those are the only two things that I'm not late for. Typically, are flights and sporting events. That's like the only thing I can really get to on time. I have more of like a nervous, like irrational fear of missing a plane or a flight. But when it comes to sporting events, I like to get there early, check out the seat, get some food, get some drinks, and like hang out before the game starts. It's kind of like my move when it comes to that. So I think
I actually bought the tickets for the game last night, and they were very expensive.
Oh, Citizens Bank Park. Is that the name of the place, the venue?
Yes. I think it was just this game that was very expensive because of the Schwarber bobblehead. And being like a Friday night game.
Yeah, and didn't they had the All-Star, I know we're going on tangent here, but they had the All-Star game in Philadelphia, correct?
Yes, this is like the reason I'm going to Philadelphia this year is because of the 250th anniversary. Thought it'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. And they also had the Field of Dreams game. Did you check that out? It was on Netflix. Did you see?
I don't have Netflix, but I did hear about it.
Yeah, I meant like, were you aware of this? Were you aware of this game? Have you ever watched the Field of Dreams game, Shane?
No, I haven't.
You haven't even watched one of them from the past or from previous
No,
iteration?
never watched the
Well, I mean,
Field
they're
of.
usually like on a random Thursday night. I mean, it's like if you guys are out delivering mail, you're not going to be able to watch it.
I saw the one.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeez, don't
which one
call
was
me
it?
out
Was
on
that
the
the
show
first
right
one?
now.
I was just checking in. I know both of you are.
I think I saw some of the first one.
Isn't that the Yankees and the White Sox one? That was.
I believe that was the first one. Yeah.
Whatever that was a crazy game, and it was. I think the White Sox won, and it was not necessarily a walk off, but it was like a back and forth and like a lot of home runs, and it was a very exciting game. The point I'm bringing it up is the Phillies were in the Field of Dreams game too. It's like.
Yeah, Schwarber hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, they're really just trying to cram Phillies down our throat this year. Apparently, if you're any version of a baseball fan, but let's get back on track. Let's get back on the mail here. We got a Tim DC, first time submitter and first time listener. Apparently, and it says, "I'll check it out." That's it. Okay, sure. Thanks for checking it out. That's all we can ask for is for you to give us a shot. Maybe not this episode. You know, if this is your first one, maybe go back one before Shane comes on. But you know, definitely, we appreciate any kind of critique or any kind of comments or any kind of.
I especially really appreciate the critiques because I never read them. So I'm just throwing that out there.
There are
well, they're probably never directed
Send them
at
all
you either.
to Jeff
Shane.
and Griffin. So
apparently Shane is a fan favorite, which I don't get at all. All of them.
Me neither, honestly.
Everyone, defend Shane. Oh, Shane, he's the funny one. He comes on and it's the better episode.
Yeah, be nice to me. Jeez.
Shane. Oh, he makes the show better. You should be on there all the time. I'm like, whatever. Like, what is going on here? This is totally malarkey.
Hard eye roll, yawn, throw up. That's what I have to say to that.
Well, whatever. This is the charm. This is what makes Shane, the salty Shane. But then we got one last comment here from Danielson, and it says, "To Mr. and Mrs. Pivot. Who is the Mr. and Mrs. in this relationship?" This is my question.
Yeah.
I would say I'm okay with being the Mrs. Pivot. You know, you can.
I am not the road, I am the highway, or whatever that song is from Audio Slave.
Oh, Audio Slave. Are you guys fans of Nirvana?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I am not. This is the get the paperwork out conversation with me and Rachel. I am not a fan, and living in Seattle.
Rachel is?
Yeah, she's
Rachel,
really in.
What is going on with you? Are you okay?
It's not that I
Do you need me to come up? Hey, you know what? There's a spa in Everett called Banya that I've been really wanting to go to. Do we need to like reset you into liking?
Can we give you a wellness check, Jeff?
No, we don't. We don't need to check on.
This is what happens when I don't record with you. You stop liking good music. You forget where you're at. I mean, I don't know. You forget who you are? What made you strong?
It's not that I don't like Nirvana. Nirvana is not. It's not like something where I have to turn it off every time it plays. They're okay. I just don't like all of the wank fest that is Seattle's love with Nirvana. If anything,
well, neither do I. But it doesn't make me like the band less.
Well, you know, when they produce a better musician, let me know.
Well, I like
what's a magician just
yeah. No, include that. That's true. So
I like Foo Fighters. I like Dave Grohl.
Oh God, I hate Foo Fighters. Get those out of here, man. I never want to hear a Foo Fighters song again.
Foo Fighters, even
I like the Foo Fighters too. Yeah, I think Dave Grohl's good.
Yeah.
I like Dave Grohl, but every song and every album's the same. They haven't recorded a new album in 30 years.
I don't know.
And that's also true. So
they can't get away with it like AC/DC can.
Well, it's true that their best is
Yeah,
in
they're
the past.
shooting shots at everybody right now.
Their best.
Well, I
is-
love AC/DC, but they record the same album over and over again.
Put on your vest, musicians. We're coming at you.
I just don't get the same level of fervor for Nirvana as most people. I think they're okay. The same with Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam is like, I could take it or leave it.
Oh God, I hate Pearl Jam.
When it
What
comes,
about
Don't get me
Alice
started
in
on them.
What about Alice in Chains?
yeah, great.
I like
See?
Alice in Chains.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
Alice in Chains. That is a much better.
I knew
Like-
I knew I'd get you on board.
Yeah,
so.
no, Alice in Chains.
I like Alice in
love
Chains.
him. You know who should be the face of grunge? Soundgarden. Soundgarden was absolute and Alice in Chains.
Yeah, I could.
Those to me were like peak.
So you're saying we need to go back in time, murder Soundgarden's frontman, and make them the face of grunge?
No, I wouldn't say that because this is
Well, they're all dead anyway, right?
yeah, you're really butterfly affecting it. Trigger warning for people that have any kind of issue with us talking or listening to people talk about suicide. And I have, in middle school and high school, we had a sneaky conspiracy that, and this is allegedly, this is not true, that what's the dude from Smashing Pumpkins?
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan is the one who actually killed Kurt Cobain because they were in love. Like Billy Corgan and Courtney Love were in love, and she broke up with Billy Corgan to get with Kurt Cobain, and we had like this sneaky, crazy conspiracy that.
Yeah, but I don't think Smashing Pumpkins were big until after Kurt Cobain died. So like that really
Oh
doesn't
well,
work.
then there's even more motive. Got him out of the way, so
Yeah.
then now.
Courtney Love made the right choice. Yeah.
Well, whatever. And then they even had a kid together. So Billy Corgan really was bent out of shape, and he framed and made it look like a suicide. This is probably going to be the worst take, and it's going to make Shane.
Most people seem to think that there was some kind of chicanery now, but they don't associate Billy Corgan with it.
Well, there we go. Like, connect the dots. I'm like Charlie Day with all of the strings, and I'm just like, like, this is connected, I swear. I don't know. This is probably just going to make everyone love Shane a little bit more because I'm that stupid or...
Well, I think at least he wasn't like Elliot Smith who stabbed himself to death. Like that's a hardcore death right there.
That's one of those where you have to be committed.
Right, check him out, Griffin. He's got a lot of great albums. Or two because he killed himself. So
Okay.
The last commenter, let's get back onto this. Mr. and Mrs. Pivot. I am Mrs. Pivot at home waiting for Griffin to get home from work, and I have a
Mr. Pivot and Mr. Pivot to get home.
hi, Mr. Pivot. I got a martini for you. Not that you have to be a Mrs. to be in this position. This is the structure of this household that Griffin's the breadwinner, which makes sense. I trust him to bring bread more than I would trust myself. And I have a nice little dress on with a slip. I don't know, whatever that means. All right, so the comment is, I like the new episodes, more specifically the pivots. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Daniel Son. I forgot for a second who this was since we got so off topic. Yes, specifically the pivots are a companion show. I just have one complaint. What do you think the one complaint is, Griffin, of our pivots?
They're too long.
No, there's not enough food dialect on it. We're not talking about food enough. No, they're too short. At the end, I just have a feeling like I want more. So let's move on here. Thank you, Daniel Son, and everyone that submits comments. You can check us out on all the socials, share the show. You can also comment on Spotify, since now, especially, we don't have that texting feature that we used to have. But let's get into
guys.
Thank you. Shane, do you want to thank the listeners?
I guess so. You guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. This is why.
I mean, what do you want more than that?
No, Shane is one of those where he S's on the listeners, and they like him even more for it. All right. Moving on to the important meat of the show. Hit it, Griffin.
Characters to the TV go, delivering stories on the go. It's the male person of the show. Griffin tried to kill me. I'm still here. Male person of the show. Of the show.
I'm still here.
I'm still here. Griffin, Shane Griffin. Every single time. We are professionals here. Shane, who's the male person of the show?
The Blue Box in Monk, episode 2, season 7.
Well, there actually is a mail carrier in this episode, though. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
I know that's a joke. There's an actual mail carrier. It's the mail carrier. It's also season 2, episode 7. Okay, we're here now. So
we're all on the same page. Professionalism, yeah. Subtitles failed me because in the subtitles, his name is.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. You guys both watch movies with subtitles? Are you both 80 years old? Like, do your ears not work? Like, what is going on with the two of you? I listened to that episode and I was shook to my core that you watch words on a watching and listening medium.
That was the least intellectual thing that you've ever said to us. You wanna try again? You wanna do a take 2 on that?
No. What the hell is wrong with the two of you? You watch movies with subtitles?
Yeah.
The reason why I started watching movies with subtitles was because way back in the day, I was watching one of the Godfather movies, and the Godfather there was a scene when somebody was talking to somebody on the phone, and you couldn't hear what the person was saying on the other end of the line, but it was saying it on the subtitles, which was really interesting. And that's why.
Oh. Yeah, so it's okay to like turn it on to like see something that you can't hear on the film, but to just every single movie carte blanche subtitles, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Obviously negatively.
It's
I've had to watch enough like anime over the years where it's like I get used to reading.
Well, when it's in a different language, sure, but
I just enjoy the full.
I mean, some people speak English like it's a different language, dude.
Well, sometimes,
okay.
Sometimes when you're reading the,
you're not going to convince me that this is something you should do. So you can.
I mean, you watch Christopher Nolan movies, you can't hear anything.
Sure.
And sometimes you can
catch. Not a mix a movie.
And sometimes you can catch when you're reading the subtitles a little bit more information than what you do when you're just.
All right, Grandpa Jeff, how did the subtitles fail you on this episode?
Because he calls him, I think calls him by his regular name, the mail carrier in it, or we'll get later to actually speaking about him. But he says Camille Swarma. But the subtitle said Tamil Swarma. But if you check IMDb, it's CAMOLESWARMA. So that's the male person of the show. But the subtitles calls him Tamil. So I don't know if they like switched it over, and maybe like Monk messed up, or whatever name Shaloub messed up and called him Tamil, or they changed it at the last second and thought it sounded better. Whatever the case might be, Mr. Shawarma is the male person of the show. And this was recommended by Felipe. This is a three-time offender in the male person of the show. He recommended Grimm, which is the other show. Have we done shows other than... No, we did SpongeBob. Yeah, that's right. Okay. But, yeah, he did Grimm, recommended male person in Men in Black 2. That was with Tommy Lee Jones, and this
Well,
is
to be fair, I had that on my list for a long time.
yeah, a lot of these are, or some of these are on a list, but he recommended it, so we moved it to the top. So I give him credit. I mean, he did. Felipe doesn't have our list, so he didn't know. He wanted to make sure that we did the Men in Black 2. And then I think we're just starting to watch whatever, like, his wife, this is like his wife's favorite shows. And it's like, if I have to watch it and see these male carrying connections, I'm going to make you watch it, too. But it's Monk. Season 2, Episode 7. We watched it all on Amazon Prime. Am I on base with that? Is that where you both watched it?
Yeah, I watched it on Amazon.
Yeah.
All eight seasons are on it too, so you can watch the whole thing if you want.
And going into this, Griffin, I know that me and Shane kind of like talked off pod that Shane was actually like a Monk fan. He's actually seen this show previous.
Yeah, I love this show. I've seen seasons 1 through 8 2 times now. So,
and Griffin, what's your
also?
experience?
I think Tony Shalhoub is the most underrated actor in America. Okay, now I'm done.
He's on topic. He's on top as far as one of my favorite actors, especially after this and other things we'll get into. But Griffin, what's your experience with this Monk show?
I had been aware of its existence, but I never watched any episodes of it because it just wasn't my thing.
Mm-hmm. And
Wait, how is it not your thing if you never watched it?
Because I knew about it. Like, I watched other USA programming, but I never watched it.
Have you ever met
Okay,
Griffin?
you never watched
Griffin?
it, but you knew you hated it without watching it. All
Yes,
right.
yes.
No, I just
Shane-
want to make sure I get this right.
No,
so.
I didn't. It wasn't my thing because I knew the character.
Okay.
Shane,
Like, it's pretty
Shane-
obvious to know the character.
Fair, so.
I don't watch episodic television. Like, that's a major thing. I like to watch TV shows that have a story going from like week to week to week.
Yeah,
I don't like
the story that goes from week to week to week is non-episodic. Episodic is episodes that don't have a story that transfers.
That's the point. Like, it's like one episode. It's like a new mystery every week. Like that doesn't
okay.
appeal to me.
You and I
it's
literally
story that
watch the
goes.
most. You and I are opposite television watchers. I basically only like episodic television. So
I enjoy both. I enjoy dabbling in both. I mean, gutter palate Jeff over here. I consume everything.
yeah, after that one show you recommended us with cliffhangers at the end of every episode. What lazy writing? Lazy writing.
Yeah, and this is like, my sister would love this show. Either that or she does love it. I'm pretty sure the only time that I've actually had any kind of interaction with this was walking into a room and it playing while my sister had chosen to check out that week's episode those types of shows are right down her alley. The Psych, the Bones, the Castle, where I call them like watered down Sherlock Holmes, or we have Sherlock at Holmes. Get it, guys, get it. Okay.
Okay.
I'll see myself out.
Leave the puns to me, Jeff.
So, but did you realize that the captain? Because Tony Shalhoub, by the way, I'm going to go in another one of these. I watched, I turned on the TV before, coming in and doing the show. And on the Samsung channel, Congo was wrapping up. And by the way, Congo, that movie looks like it was made on, like this show, like on a shoestring budget. But it went into Galaxy Quest, and guess who's in Galaxy Quest? This is like
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub.
He's really good, and that's a good movie. When I saw the previews and all of the stuff about it, I was like, oh, this is gonna look corny. And a lot of people told me that it was a good vehicle, a good movie. And I did watch it, and I agree with, and it's got Alan Rickman and whatever the case. And then on that note, the captain from the Monk show, do you know who he is, Griffin?
Yeah, that's Ted Levine. He's also known as Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like looking at him. I'm like, oh man, like that guy. Yeah. He was like, would you? I would. That's kind of all I can think about when I think of Buffalo
Puts
Bill.
the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose. Would you do me? I'd do me.
Goodbye, horses.
Yeah, it's such a great scene. It's such a great scene.
Getting back into the show. So, I mean, it's got Tony Shalhoub. It's got Jamie Gum from Silence of the Lambs. As far as Tony Shalhoub, he's becoming a usual suspect. This is his second appearance. He was also in Men in Black 2. And that was, like I said, recommended by Felipe. What was your take rewatching this, I guess, Shane?
What was my take on it?
Yeah, watching the show.
Like the whole episode, or?
Yeah, sure. Let's start there.
I mean, I loved it. I love that they still have. So this is after season 2 or 3, I forget what it is, but Randy Newman stops doing the intro, and then Monk gets a new handler / therapist. But this is still with the old one, and I love his like sassy New Jersey mom in a mini skirt and high boots. She wears some leopard print, but really does it for me. I love that character, and I love their like will they won't they with the deputy. He's not a deputy, but like the other detective who's under the captain, who kind of deals with Monk, who's like he's kind of like the ditzy guy who like
The lieutenant.
Yeah, the lieutenant. Yeah. He's the guy where like in order to explain to the audience what's going on, they explain it to him because his character's dumb, basically. The whole show, like from start to finish, kind of reads like theater on TV, and I really like that the characters are exaggerated, and it's all like it's very performative, and it's comedic, and that's what I like about the show. So
yeah, I guess I'll rewind just a little tidbit here. First of all, the Randy Newman intro, there's a blue box in the intro to the actual show, which I thought was like, kind of cool. I don't know if you had referenced that, because I know that there's one in the actual framing of the show of episode 7.
Yeah, and he like
season
they
2.
get the shot from inside the mailbox out to his face too. It's pretty cool.
Classic shot. I love those types of shots where, like if someone's throwing something away, the camera's like in the trash can, and you see someone throwing something into a receptacle or looking into something. Love those shots. And then maybe as an overall, like for people that haven't watched Monk, Shane, what would you say about the show, or maybe as like an advertisement? Like, what is the premise of the idea of what Monk is? Because I feel like I'm going into it since it's been on, and it started, was it 2002 to 2010, 11? So it's been a long time since this show's been on. But for the couple people maybe out there that have never seen this show, what is it?
It is like so. Tony Shalhoub has his character has a really intense, crazy thing happen to him that kind of sends him into like this extreme agoraphobic, anti-germ state, and he's the best detective on the force. So he doesn't want to give up his detective work because he's always been a brilliant detective, but now he has all these phobias that make it hard for him to work. And in order to get back onto the force, which is originally his goal, he has to prove that he can, be quote unquote normal, essentially. And so the show just kind of follows this guy trying to navigate all these quirks that he has while trying to become a cop again, and hilarity ensued. It's just like the show was written for Tony Shalhoub, and Tony Shalhoub kind of elevates the performances of everyone around him throughout the course of the whole entire show, and it just really is exploring the neurotic cop narrative in a comic way with Tony Shalhoub as like the driving force behind it.
Yeah, and each episode is essentially the police force using Monk Adrian Monk as a specialist role as opposed to just being on the force with them. So they bring him in.
So he's a private contractor now because he's on leave from the force. So he hasn't been fired from it, but they have to privately contract him in because technically he's not a part of it. So
And so the opening
He's a consultant.
yeah, consulting, yeah.
So the opening scene is for season 2, episode 7, and thank you, Shane. I think that's a really good gift wrap overall.
Yeah, I love this show. I stand behind it 100%. Haters out there, haters gonna hate, but that's okay with me. So
No, I like it. It's entertaining. I've laughed a couple times. It kept my interest. And what else could you ask for? Just is it Seinfeld or is it Parks and Rec? Or Arrested Development? No.
Are we human or are we dancer? Who knows?
It's very, but at the same time, it exists in this place and it does very well what's asked of it. But the for this specific episode that Felipe recommended to us, it opens. It's a cold open. And
The Office and Parks and Rec started afterward, by the way, just FYI on that.
Yeah,
so.
but it's just one of those where, like, as far as the hierarchy of, like, the best shows ever that are comedy, I don't think it's, gonna... I think was at least nominated for some Emmys.
You're putting The Office as best show ever comedy? That's in your top 5 for you or whatever?
I didn't say Office.
I never even watched that show.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Because
say
it had like 4 seasons of...
I don't know. I didn't even. Did I say The Office? I said Parks and Rec, and I said Arrested Development. I'm pretty sure.
Well, you said The Office too.
We'll check the tape on it.
Even Arrested Development's last season was bleh. Yeah.
Regardless,
Well, everything with Arrested Development after the first 3 were pretty bad. So
Yeah.
let's just move on here.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why
day,
you're drilling me down on. I'm just I'm talking about the overall perception of, like, the level of comedy that you're going to get from it. It's a good show.
Okay, the milieu.
And can I get to the actual show? I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate what you're doing.
Stop distracting me.
The cold open. So it's like a pivot. It's like the pivot. And I would have liked to know that it was 4 months prior. So, like, because then it jumps to after the, whatever. Or I would have liked to at least have some kind of knowledge that this was months in advance. And yes, they do give it later on. But, then I have to go back and process it in my head. It's like, oh, okay, well, that happened. And it was 4 months. And then.
Well, I mean, that's like the point, because you're disoriented with the facts, just like the police are disoriented with the facts, trying to figure out you're like, it's like it's on purpose so that you have to kind of trying to put you in the mindset to solve the crime as well. So you have like the same feeling
the police are
of being lost.
The police are at least able to create a corresponding timeline to the events that are actually happening. We don't know that it was 4 months until later. Whatever. I'm just
and I think that's great. Like, as an audience, we don't need to have everything explained to us. Like, you're
talking to someone that has,
I disagree, but we'll go from there.
You're talking to someone that has subtitles on for everything in his life. You can't even just put 4 months earlier,
Grandpa
or
Jeff,
4 months prior, 4 months later. And then after, because in the cold open, someone like the cops are, like, the main characters are busting, some kid. They're talking to him on the street, like, oh, where's your cousin? Like, oh, screw you, cops. Then a car, like, hit and run happens, and then the car gets T-boned. And why is this important? You find out later. And then we flash forward, smash cut after the opening to a mail carrier. Not the mail person of the show, a secondary mail person of the show, maybe, putting a package under the mailbox. And I'd have to say that is one of the more, like, accurate things, as opposed to walking it up to, like, the front porch. of just putting it under the mailbox. I don't know why that was important, that the package had to be set like literally underneath the mailbox. It was kind of like a weird like, huh. But
I love that mailbox, by the way. That was a really cool mailbox.
Yeah, it was a nice one. A little fancy one. It looks like it's inside the property, like they gotta walk like a path like through the actual property to get to it. And then they set a package by the mailbox, and as the mail carrier exits, stage left, one of an actor or actress comes over and picks up the box, takes it inside, and she starts cutting off, because it's like a kind of like a old timey type package. It's covered in brown paper, and it's got twine on it. And I was even thinking, like, while I was watching it, like, why doesn't she just untie the twine, but she cuts it? Later on, you find out the importance of the type of knot and them cutting the twine.
I mean, my mom cuts things instead of untying them. So I mean, it's not like unheard of, but
yeah, I didn't take a super close look at it. It looked like it was a regular, like, tie your shoes type knot where you just pulled like one of the ends and it loosened the thing.
I'm just telling you, my mom grabs scissors and cuts anything that's wrapped around anything. So.
That's the gift wrapper in all of us, or especially for mothers that do a lot of gift wrapping. And then the package explodes, and we have our plot essentially.
It's the most realistic explosion I've ever seen too. So.
Those explosion effects were terrible.
This episode, or this show, looked like it was given the smallest budget, and the amount of success that they were actually able to create from it, I'm like surprised at, because there's like so many different things that I feel like that they couldn't, because a lot of it they can't even have any kind of interaction going in and out of like a front door, or have like a main shot like of the actual building. So like it's like there's these tight little windows, and you can tell like they're on some backlot someplace, as opposed to
that's how it's saying. It's written like theater, so you're going from scene to scene. So
Well, no, it's because the show takes place in San Francisco, and they can't afford to shoot in San Francisco, so they have to shoot in Toronto or Vancouver or something instead.
Probably Los Angeles or some Burbank lot someplace, I'm sure is what I would estimate. Then what happens after that, Griffin?
Well, after that, the cops get called in, and you find out that the prime suspect, according to Shaloub there, Monk, is the guy in the coma, who was the guy who tried to, from the opening scene of the movie. I mean, show, whatever.
No, that's through a series of events, this lady that's blown up is in like a big inheritance battle with, I guess, like a will from her father, and the two sons and the daughter are battling it out for their share of the inheritance. The motive that the cops are all chasing is that the brothers, one of the two brothers, killed the first victim, the daughter, and so then they're going after the two brothers. And one brother is kind of like an airhead guy, doesn't look like he would be able to pull this off. And then the second guy is in a coma. The guy that's in the coma, turns out that he ended up that way is because he did the whole thing where he did a hit and run with the cops, like and he hit a cop car and then got T-boned trying to escape the crime scene. So then what you're faced with is, one brother that doesn't look like he did it, and then one brother that they think did it, but through the whole entire time. So that was 4 months ago. How are these packages being sent to these people if this guy's been in a coma for 4 months?
And they know this because one brother is absolute dog poop at tying knots, and another brother has beautiful knots.
Yeah,
well, they also know this because of the fact that somebody had to, because the lady moved, and then the guy didn't know where her new address was.
And there was
that too.
There was a forwarding sticker, and this is a shout out to mail person of the show and things connected to the post office. On the original package that blew up the daughter, there was a forwarding sticker. So when the package was sent 4 months ago, or possibly or the person, the brother that was in the coma would have never known that his sister would have moved. And so, but how are these packages being delivered, as the, story goes along? I guess spoiler alert for a show that came out in 2003, 2004.
No spoilers. That's not spoiler worthy.
22 years ago. We're going to probably give the end of this show, or end of what this episode is. Because I think the only other thing, because there's obviously a lot of secondary stories going in and out about Monk, and then his handler lady,
Sharona.
Yeah, Sharona is his assistant person, his handler, and I guess Monk and her son have a really good relationship. So he's worried about giving him a birthday gift, which. It's said that because then the old boyfriend shows up. This is all kind of not necessary. I just thought it was interesting that the guy was like, well, my calendar says August 14th, which is this week. So he literally watched it as it was supposed to be. I just thought that was crazy that this was supposed to be taking place in August, specifically on August 14th. And that was literally the day before yesterday. Whatever. So that's kind of a background story. And then, he gives the kid the rock polishing kit, and the kid is acting all oh, whatever. It's not he's not impressed or doesn't like the gift. I got one of those when I was younger. I would have loved, and I did love playing with the rock polishing kit. I don't know. I thought that was a good gift. I don't know why he was getting.
Do you like subtitles on everything and rock polishing plastic?
And geodes, dick. And I'm joking.
Dude, geodes are cool though. I will give you that. Geodes are dope. So
there's a second bomb or package, mail bomb, that is sent to the older brother, which is the guy that's in the coma. Tony Shalhoub intercepts it and throws it into the bathroom, and it explodes. Another very realistic, top level, Michael Bay explosion, very, very realistic. It looked like they used a lot of C4 for that one. And I just like the thing where, because he's still sticking to this thing where it's this guy in the coma is sending the packages, and the detectives don't believe it. The ATF that was brought in on this doesn't believe it.
That second one was for our misdirection, our misdirection only.
And but I like the Jamie Gum detective. The captain goes tell me anybody did this. Tell me someone else other than the guy that's been in a coma. If you tell me
Howdy Doody did it.
And then I like the response because he can't hear, because he literally just got blown up by the explosion almost, and he can't hear half the thing. He's like, why would Howdy Doody be sending mail bombs? He doesn't get the connection of just tell me somebody, tell me Howdy Doody did it. He's like, why would Howdy Doody be doing this? Isn't he a puppet? I just thought that was there are moments and gems of comedy that we're good in it. When he's hiding from, because he doesn't like big crowds, and he's at the birthday party and he's playing the game, are they gone yet? It's what is that? What, that's a game? Are they? He's yeah, are they gone yet? As in, are the kids gone? And no. It's well, I'm still playing the game. I just thought it was, yeah. But so what is the giant reveal at the end, Shane? And
the giant reveal at the end is that the guy's not in a coma. He comes out of a coma, and he's been mailing them the whole time.
Oh, that's
no, that's not what actually happened, Shane.
The end. Bye. No, what is the actual how did this guy in a coma actually send these packages?
So what happened is that he broke into mailboxes, and they showed how they did that, which I'm sure Christian Waddell's would appreciate.
The blue box. He broke into the blue boxes. Yes.
Yeah. And he glued the box, like the mail package, into the thing, knowing how long it would take for the glue to drop down, and they basically hid the bombs in the boxes for like months. It seemed
What's in the
like.
box? What's in the blue
What's in the
box?
box?
Which is why it had the previous address and had to be forwarded to his sister's new house.
Yeah.
And then he intentionally he knew when the bombs were going to go, so he intentionally rammed the vehicle so that he would be arrested and therefore have an alibi because he couldn't send the bombs if he was in jail.
In jail, exactly.
But he wasn't expecting to get hit so hard by a car that he'd be in a coma.
A coma.
Oh yeah, he didn't plan that forehead.
He didn't plan in being in a coma. He just planned on being in jail while supplying him an alibi. So then that way, and this is where the Tamil shawarma guy, because I don't even know why it was necessary.
They didn't really explain that part very well because they basically just had a mail carrier and then explained the end of the plot, but they never explained how he figured it out. They just oh, here's the ending of it. I didn't explain any of that.
Well, that's
here's the ending. We figured it out.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot like Sherlock Holmes. He doesn't really, play out how he came to it. He just kind of, it was oh, aha! It's like the light bulb moment, and then he, brings the listener and whoever the audience is that's listening in on the conversation in the actual show or in the actual story. He brings them along, but he's saying it out loud, mostly for for the watcher or for the people watching.
It just felt very rushed.
Well, that was the idea. The guy in the coma was the one that was guilty. And how he did it is he had time release glue. He put glue and he even had an experiment, and they even kind of dabbled in on that, and they found the way that he would experiment with ketchup bottles by gluing them to the ceiling, and by how long it took for the ketchup bottles to fall, he did a scientific theory, and did the same thing to the mail bombs, but he would break into the blue boxes, glue them to the ceiling of the blue box. So then that way it was kind of a time release. And, after 3 or 4 months or what have you, then they would fall into the regular mail. The mail carrier would, pick it up from the blue box, and then it would go into the system that way. So then that's how the guy from, the coma that had set all of this up before he, got hit, that's how he performed all of these crimes.
He must have used the stamps because wouldn't there be a date for the postage on the package, right?
Yeah.
When they pay for the postage?
They did have stamps on them, all of the packages. It did not look like it was insufficient postage, if I had to ever say it. But they were, one of them says it was a book, so maybe he could have gotten away with media mail rates for that. But the other one said it was supposed to be how he was disguising it was, the first one was from a book club sending it to his sister. And then the second one was the box of cigars that he was sending to his brother. So then that way it would get them to open it right away. Definitely the cigar box one did not look like it had enough postage on it. But that was, as far as the postal aspect of it, it was semi-accurate to, the, procedures. Would you agree, Shane?
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I love this television show. So,
other than the one last thing is what looked like the ease of breaking into the blue boxes. It kind of showed it like he was just sitting there, cracking it
it's
open.
A lot.
It's
a lot hard. It was a lot harder than that back then, and now it's even more harder now because of new security measures. So
I would just say for the getting in and out of a blue box, especially breaking in, but the idea that you would be able to break into the blue box and then somehow reseal it, I just think that they kind of gloss over that in not just this show, but in movies, getting into those things. They are not easy. And then obviously it would be very difficult to, relatch it or lock it back up. But
I personally have never seen anyone successfully get into one. I've seen the effects of someone very vehemently trying to get into one, but I've never seen anyone actually do it.
Well, no, that's it. I've just seen damaged versions of them, but I've never actually seen people breaking into them. But let's get into the last part today. Get your satchel. Remember your dogs. Rah, 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 and it's time for the underdog tally mark game of the week. Each of us chooses a team on Sunday or beginning of the week. They have to be underdogs. You know, dogs and mail carriers, they have a fickle relationship. According to Vegas point spreads and betting lines, then the team just has to win outright. At the end of the year, whoever has the most correct predictions gets a prestigious tally mark on the Vox blog. We alternate who goes first every week. It is Griffin's turn to pick first this week. Who did you pick last week to start it off, Griffin?
Oh, geez. Last week, I'm not even looking at what we did last week.
White Sox over Guardians.
White Sox over Guardians, and I believe that was a win.
Yes, I do.
Or was it? Or did we both lose last week? I don't remember.
Wait, no, we both lost. Yeah, wait, no, I don't know. It's all, the timeline's all jacked up. I do believe, I believe we both lost. The records represent, I think, losses. Because, whatever, we'll get to that. The records, I believe, are correct.
And then this,
but I don't know.
And then this week, I picked yesterday's game, the Dodgers over the Brewers.
My Doyers over the Brewers. And yeah, if you're checking along or you're going along with these games, they're probably, this week, they're probably going to be a little earlier than normal. And then next week, they're probably going to be a crazy amount of early, like far gone, where we have a crazy schedule that we got going on recording.
My fault.
Yes, it's Griffin's fault, but it's okay. He makes it worth it. And my pick last week is Chicago Sky over the Seattle Storm, which was a loss. I know that one was a loss. And this week, I'm picking the Padres over the Guardians. Shane, who do you have this week?
This week, I have the Boston Hunters over the LA Queens.
And
what random sport is this, Shane?
They just started first year women's baseball league. So
professional women's baseball league. And Shane is
just like they got over in Japan, only not as big. So
well, they have the women's NHL league, which I've watched a little bit of, and the
yeah,
Seattle...
but we're talking about baseball, Jeff. So
well, I'm just saying these are good leagues.
Oh, the White Sox won last week.
Okay, well, it's represented in the maybe I don't know.
I did pick a winning team last week. Okay, all right.
We'll recheck the tape on the records just to make sure. But just as far as my rundown says, Shane is 3-4. I know that one is accurate. Jeffro is 12.
Let's go, baby! 3-4.
Jeffro is 12-21. And Griffin is 20-13, remaining the underdog tally mark game leader. And the prize is the attention-grabbing acknowledgement of 10 seconds. Sorry, Rachel, I love you. And because Griffin is winning, I will give him 3 topics. And by title alone, he gets to choose the last thing we will discuss today. Upstream, Peter Palace, or Plump Trunk.
I'm going to talk about upstream because we were kind of talking about going up and down streams earlier with Shane's diving escapades.
I will send this picture to the group chat.
That's right, you better.
Yeah, I know. You like it like that.
The harder you send that pic, the more excited I'll be.
I'm going to send you a...
Mr. Postman.
Send it to me. Is there anything in your mailbag and your cell phone for me? Okay. Talking about
having... Salmon, no! Stay in the tank!
No, this is they went out of the tank.
Oh, jeez.
A fish tanker rolled on a sharp corner in northeast Oregon with 102,000 young salmon aboard, and about 77,000 of them went down the embankment into a creek and swam away. Literally, this truck, this tanker, got like a jackknife or whatever the trucker term is. Shout out to Cletus Ray. A tanker came around a corner outside the Elgin, Oregon. Is that right? I know you're an Oregonite. What was it? Oregonian? Hey, did I know that?
Oregonite. Yeah.
Is that why you don't like Chris from the Dells so much, Shane?
Yeah, I know.
I love Chris from the Dells. I just wanted you to not say the Dells all the time.
Yeah, well, what'd you think of his? Never mind. Okay. Shout out to Chris. Is it Elgin? Is that the name of this Oregon town? Elgin? Or do you know of this place?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Elgin. Yeah.
Okay, but
in Union County. That's out in the middle of God's country, basically.
Are you from Oregon? Were you
Debo
born?
doesn't live up there.
Are you Oregon born, or is it where we're? Because I know you lived in Oregon, right?
Yeah, I grew up in Oregon. I was born in California, but I have barely any memories of California. I spent like 20 years in Oregon, so
on the Oregon Trail. All right.
It's out. Elgin's out past La Grande, east of Pendleton. So it's in the Wallowa-Whitman National Forest. It's right by Hell's Canyon, which if you have a chance to ever get out there, 10 out of 10 recommend. So
something you didn't expect here, some Oregon jargon from Shane. Shane,
yeah,
thank you.
Those fish are probably going to make their way to the Snake River, which some good fishing on the Snake River. So,
well, this article came out. It's from The Pulse, and it came out August 12th, which is apparently 2 days before that kid's birthday. That was on the show. Anyway, the tanker came around the corner outside Elgin, Oregon, at about 10:30 in the morning. Dew is still on the road. A sharp bend ahead. It went over. 80,000 pounds rolled onto its side, skidded across the pavement, and dropped down a rocky embankment onto its roof. And the tank came open. Water poured out, and so did 102,000 young salmon. Is it salmon or salmon?
Dude, it's Elgin, and it's salmon. So, jeez. Classic.
Are they salmonites? Anyway, whatever.
No, it's probably a Truker Triler too. So
it's a Salmonian, whatever. Where 77,000 of them ended up below the embankment runs Logging Glass Creek. The wreck came to rest close enough to the water, leaving the tank, ran straight down into the rocks into it, and carrying talking about like the most lucky place that you could have this tanker like roll over is right next to a creek, and
best case scenario there.
Yeah, the silver lining is the 77,000 did make it to the creek and did not perish, said Andrew Gibbs, who coordinates hatchery work, and he's got to go back out there and catch those 77,000 again. They hit the water running on a river. Isn't that a song? Running on a river, right? Yeah.
Rolling.
Well, this guy screwed up the quote. I tried to fix it for him. All right. That count did not. They're talking about the ones that didn't make it to the water. So yeah, there you go. Kudos to you, salmon. You made it. You made it back to the promised land of the creek. Aren't salmon like very like keyed in on like where they like make their trek, like upstream or downstream, right? So just because they got into the creek doesn't mean that like, oh well, we're home now.
Did it say what kind of salmon they were? It sounded like they might be kokanee, but
I don't know. I was
pretty far inland to be an ocean salmon.
It does not. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say, but I will.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what they are.
Well, just and I'll post. Make sure we post this on our socials. Maybe a link. You know, I was going to call them the silver lining salmon because
Nice. Hey, that's a nickname for salmon. They call them silvers. So
yeah, there you go. That's
yeah.
That was better than I thought I was. I'm a poet and don't even know it. All right, whatever. Let's get out of here. This is devolving quickly. If you want to do a guest,
It devolved an hour ago.
Thank you. What now? You're on the bit too. Jeez, I love doing this show. I love spending time with you guys.
I do too.
It's hit or miss for me.
You're getting in on it, but you and Shane are ganging up on me, and not the way I like. No, I'm just joking. Happy birthday, Griffin! If you want to do a guest, if you want to do a guest spot or have anything for the show, email us at walklikeamailman@gmail.com.
We want to hear from you.
Yes, send Griffin all of his birthday wishes to that email.
Please don't.
If you
yeah, please do.
If you like the show and listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate, review, just drop a Adrian Monk on that subscribe button. It helps satisfy the algorithm gods. It helps others find the show. Nailed it. And it only costs $3.03. Rate, review, and subscribe. Thank you for listening to Walk Like a Mailman, and I'll see all of you down the road.
See you guys.
Walk like a mailman. Walk. Walk like a mailman. Walk. 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 Walk like a mailman. Walk like a mailman.
I am Mrs. Pivot at home waiting for Griffin to get home from work. Hi, Mr. Pivot. I got a martini for you.